Hello, 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 and welcome to an Apple a Day. This is your host, Apple here. I hope you all are doing well. We're going to go ahead and start off with our 5-minute meditation, and we're going to get into our episode topic. I move away from memories that bring me pain and focus on memories that bring me happiness and peace. I am happy because happiness is not a destination, but rather a journey and a way of life. I am creating the life of my dreams with each change I make. Today, I choose to be happy. I am learning how to listen to my soul. I am focused on living a happy, peaceful life. I wake up enthusiastic about life. I am grateful for my life, even when things are hard, because it's a given that I've had so many opportunities for growth and change. Good flows to me, good flows from me. When I wake up each morning, I am thankful for another day of life on this earth, even if it's not always easy or convenient at times. I am committed to becoming my best self. I wish the best for everyone. I allow my happy, positive thoughts to shape my life. I believe happiness is my future. I focus on my happiness because I know I'm worth it. I am worthy of great things in life. I choose to live in a state of happiness. I am happy because no matter what happens in this life, in my life, it is always possible for me to find something positive about the situation. Happiness is a gift that I must give to myself. I am thankful for the way my life is developing. I choose to pursue harmony and happiness in my life. My life is full of things that make me happy. I am happy because I see my life getting better by the day. I believe kindness is the key to finding happiness. I refuse to allow my worries to hold me back from being happy. I love the way I treat myself. Peace and happiness are my priority as I finish my day. I refuse to let my bad moments ruin my positive life. I believe in the person I dream of becoming. I prioritize my happiness over my productivity. It is okay to feel happy again. I choose positivity. I choose happiness, and happiness chooses me. I have the power to change my life and be happy again. I am confident. I am confident that things are working out for the best for me. I am creating my own happiness. I am ready and happy for life. I deserve to be happy and healthy. I see myself as a positive, happy, kind person. I choose to be happy every day. I am happy because I have the ability to choose what makes me happy. And that's going to do it for our 5-minute meditation. And we're going to go ahead and get into the episode topic. Okay, so into our episode topic. This week's topic, question, this one is more of a statement, I guess. But, or it could be a question, really. So this episode topic is to state 3 to 5 ways to describe yourself and your actions, thoughts, or feelings when you're feeling well. So, I kind of used descriptive words, and they're at a basis level of like attributes of what I'm feeling, because I feel like it's kind of hard to describe when I'm feeling well, because like that's just like a general state for me right now. It's, being happy, being very chill, very, very, I don't necessarily think about feeling well, if that makes sense. I don't think about it. It's just something that I am. It's just something that is the state of my being more often than not. But let's get into like the description of them. So firstly, I would say that I am very silly and I'm very playful. You can almost always hear it in my voice. I'm just thinking about times where this like comes into play, and like how my friends and the people that I love the most notice that I'm being silly or being playful or any of these things when I talk about. When they notice that I'm feeling any of these things, they know that I'm happy. They know that, I feel full in terms of like loving and being loved. It's a really great feeling to, have that, but it's also a really great feeling to like be able to fill others with joy. That makes me like the happiest, and like me just thinking about how like my friends will point out, you sound so happy, you sound really, excited, or anything today. It's just like, yeah, life is good. I'm I feel like I'm on the right path, doing what I'm supposed to do, getting where I need to get, and living the dreams that I want to live. And I don't know, that's just a really great feeling for me. So I definitely get really silly and I get really playful. Especially like on video games. Like I'll go and I'll troll with my friends on Discord. Like we'll be making jokes. And I think that's just awesome to be able to have like that when you're feeling well. But it's also something really nice because I feel like all of the traits that I have listed here are also things that when I'm sad or mad or upset, or when someone else is sad, mad, or upset, I use these traits to like bring happiness from within them. It's like you don't really stay in that state for long, that negative state for a long time, because there is so much to be happy about. There's so much to be joyous about, and I think that's such a beautiful thing to be able to bring out of people. And I am truly blessed to have that kind of personality. Silly and playful, as I said. Me and my friends troll all the time. We joke with each other. We'll be playing Overwatch or something and be trolling each other. Uh, I don't know. It's just great. Making like the most random jokes, laughing at literally like nothing for like 20 minutes straight. It's really great. Like I love that for us. Love that I have such a nice friend group that is accommodating of my silliness, but it's also like they're just as silly, and I love that. Um, Next thing I would say, obviously, jokester, because like I feel like when I'm in happy mood, yes, but I would even say like more towards the negative side. If I'm feeling like kind of apathetic or nonchalant about things, I am very jokey. Like I try to like lighten the mood, uh, be a sense of comedic relief, not necessarily like full comedic relief, because I'm still very empathetic and understanding. But for sure, I do like to like poke fun and very satirical type of jokes, very facetious type humor. Um, it lightens the mood, and I feel it's a way to lighten the mood, but also be empathetic towards what people are saying or feeling. Uh, is going like through their mind or what they're dealing with and stuff. And obviously, I don't like joke about people's situations and like just a ha ha at you kind of thing. But I think the biggest part or aspect for me in dealing with things is being able to find um, some way to poke fun or just laugh at an experience. And for me, that's like how I kind of move forward, because like there are certain things that are so negative in my life, and it's just like I laugh because it's just like it's so funny that like that stuff happened. And like I think the main way I kind of look at things is like XYZ happened, and you could look at them as they were ways to try and bring you down, try to make you think negatively, in a consistent basis, lead you into depression, stray from the path that you're on, right? These are all obstacles that happen in, everyone's life. But, you know, it happens, and like you move past it, you get past it without, straying from your path. You still go and you adhere to what, is your set of morals, what is at your core. Like I previously talked about, like establishing like your core moral values, lifestyle values, and stuff. You don't stray so far from it, and it's interesting because even if you do stray from it, the most important part is coming back from it, right? And staying true to yourself, even if you make a mistake or something like that. That being said, I think it's really interesting that we go through all these obstacles in life, and it's just like it's like someone trying to trip you every single time, and like they like keep messing it up, and they like trip themselves instead. And I just think that's so funny to think about. It's like you thought you were about to get me, but instead you got yourself. And it's like sometimes you don't even have to try. You like really don't even have to try. You just, continue to live your life and just be yourself, and like that that's enough. Like literally that's enough. It's just to be yourself. And that's why I stress it so much. It's so important to like stay true to yourself, be honest with yourself, and like be you, because you are unique. I think it's like just recently I saw in the news like we're at 8 billion people on this planet now. So it's like there is only one person with all the experiences and hardships and positives that you have in your life, and that is you. It is so easy to, get caught up in the crowd and just do what everybody else is doing, or, try to be somebody else because you think that will make you more likable, or, you think you'd be able to fit in better. It's honestly, in the long run, it's just not worth it. Like, I've seen it happen to people. It's just not worth it. Um, it's so much more worth it to learn to love yourself at your core, and then eventually find people that love you at your core as well. And it may take a while to find people like that, but I think it was really important is to expose yourself to the experience, expose yourself to experiences that will allow you to meet other people. So that will obviously widen your chance of being able to find, your people, your group, people that are gonna click with you, that are gonna understand you, and that will love you and respect you for who you are. Right? I said all that to say that, I'm a jokester. And even though I don't, I don't laugh at people's pain or anything like that, but I definitely, I do make, I try to make like light of negative situations to uplift the mood and make things not as negative. I think that's a cool trait to have. For sure. The third thing I have here is I'm very cheery. It's like I'm not like preppy or anything by any means. But I know like when I'm happy or like when I'm feeling good, I'm very, very smiling. I feel like the sun is shining like through my soul kind of thing. And I'm just like, you can see it like when I talk to people in any way. Like I I think I would say a negative of it is the fact that like I am very empathetic. Um but I really do feel like other people's pain, and like I do feel negative emotions a lot more than I feel like I should. Um but that's obviously something I'm working on because it's gonna affect me to just always be absorbing people's negative emotions, um, to the point where it affects me, So I don't want to have it be like that, but I want to be able to feel and empathize with them, but not necessarily have it affect me to that extent. Um, but I feel like it's kind of a I feel like it's kind of like the law of equivalent exchange. I think that's what it is. I don't quote me on that. Um, where you change one's type of energy for another, but it's not created or destroyed kind of thing. I'm not creating, new stuff. I'm just, well, that wouldn't even be that law because that's not right at all. From what I'm trying to say, dude, disregard what I was saying. I don't know what I'm talking about. It's 2 a.m. right now. uh, what I'm trying to get at is that um, sometimes sometimes I meet people and they don't necessarily have the capacity or the ability to take on negative emotions and transfer them into positive ones. And I kind of feel like a conversion bank in that sense because I do take on negative emotions. I do um, try to change them into positives um, for that person. Like, hey, look at it in this way. Hey, look on the bright side. Yes, this was hard, or this is a struggle or an obstacle, but look what you're gaining from, like, look at the experience, look what the lessons you're learning from this experience, this obstacle. And that is the bright side because like you know how to navigate things in the future, and you know how to help others deal with the same type of thing in the future, for the most part. Not always, but at the very least you can offer advice saying this is what I went through, this is how I dealt with it, and they could excuse me, discern from there like what they want to do. Um, I put the fourth thing as I feel very at ease. Like, there's a very interesting piece that comes when, the state of feeling, like actually feeling well, and I think that's super interesting. um that even sometimes when I'm in the midst of chaos and like things are just going like any kind of way, any kind of how, I think it's so interesting that I have the ability to, just feel at ease in amidst the chaos. And that's something you definitely have to practice, learning how to do. Uh, so I highly suggest meditation for that. I grew up without three brothers, so like that's, I had to have that. um, like that ability to, just have ease in the midst of chaos, which I think is really um, cool to see how it plays out in other situations in my life, how it applies, professionally and in my personal relationships and friendships. I think it's really interesting, um, to see that at play. Um, I think it's also very interesting to see or understand what other people's at ease or other people's peace is. I think that's really interesting to see those things, because obviously it's not the same for everybody. And outside looking in, I've seen some people where their at ease is not necessarily a healthy thing. Like their at ease is like a negative lifestyle choice or something like that. I say negative in the sense that it's going to affect them negatively. Um, for them, it may be like, subjective or what, whether it's good or bad, whatever. But negative in the sense that like it can affect your mental or deteriorate your health. Is usually what I mean by when I say negative in those types of instances. Um, I think the best course of action for that is to find it at ease, something that brings you peace, but has a positive influence on your life. I think that's should be like the balance for it. The last thing I have on here is free. I think along with peace and feeling at ease, the nicest thing that I feel when I'm well is feeling free. You're free from your worries, you're free from your doubts, your fears about any and everything, right? And it's not necessarily, you just existing, because I feel like existing is like watching life watch you pass by instead of, you living where you could actually experience life and you're passing along with time instead of watching time pass and watch you kind of thing. So like that freedom can come in so many different ways for so many different people. It's always important to identify what makes you feel free, what's important for you to feel free mentally, even physically. But I would say mentally for first and foremost, because your mind is really what affects a lot of things. It is your perspective of the world. Um, there's a lot of people, I would say. I don't know if you guys ever watch YouTube videos of prisoners or whatever that are locked up. Uh, I think one of the interesting things, because my friend tells me about them, uh, is that you can be behind bars right? Or you can feel like even like within like a metaphorical cage, right? And the most important thing about those situations is that even though you can be physically locked up, you can be free mentally. And that is like one of the most beautiful things, because no one can, it's like you're untouchable. No one can really do anything to hurt you, or I mean they can, but it's not like in the same instance because you're free. Like the freedom that people should seek, I feel, is freedom of the mind. Because when you're free of the mind, little to nothing affects you. Like, I mean, like, so seriously, little to nothing affects you. And it's really great to have that type of mentality, to just feel like, you know, I had a really shitty day, but, you know, nothing is really, getting to me like that. I still feel fine. I'm still okay. I'm still alive. I'm still breathing. You know, that's great. That's good. Like nothing else matters because it'll be okay by the end of the day. It's okay in general. So that's what I would say is like the most important thing about being like free of the mind. Um, with that, I think that's all I have in terms of like describing stuff. Uh, but like I would like to ask you guys to try and identify 3 to 5 things that describe your actions, thoughts, or feelings when you feel well, and tell me in the comment section what do you think or respond. So we're gonna end this with talking about 3 good things, and then I'll say bid my adieu. So 3 good things that have happened, right? So it's Friday now when you're gonna be listening to this probably, or at least when this is releasing. So I'll be finishing my capstones. So capstones are a set of assessment tests that I had for my first semester in pharmacy school, and this week I'll be done with my labs, and then the only thing I have left is final exams and a comprehensive assessment, which is like a final exam covering all the materials for all my classes, basically. So that's really nice, really cool. I went out and I had dinner with some amazing people in my class, some of my classmates. And I said this, or I mentioned this because we had to do a reflection essay, and I was saying that like one of the things I was worried about, uh, or one of the things I mentioned that I really is part of the core of my being, at least for school, or like what I reported to the school for an assignment, was that I was a foodie. And like one of the things I used to do with my friends back in Louisiana is we used to go and we used to talk, and then like we go and eat food and talk, or like we would just go and fellowship in that way, eating food and just talking about life. And I still wanted to do that, and I put that by the end of next year, like my P1 year, I wanted to like have like had dinner with like 5 of my classmates, and like literally I had dinner with 5 of my classmates. Well, it was 5 of us, including myself, but like I basically accomplished my goal literally the next day after submitting that assignment. So I thought that was really funny, and that's really cool, and I love that for me. I love that I got to spend so much time getting to know them better and just finding my people. Um, I think that's really cool and that's really great, and that makes me really happy. You guys can probably tell that I'm smiling like from ear to ear in this podcast, because like it really is like something that's so like wholesome and heartfelt to me, and it really makes me happy. Um, Makes me want to cry, honestly. I would say the third good thing is that my birthday is tomorrow. Yeah, 19th. I will be 25. I'm a quarter of a century old, or years old, and gosh, wow, I don't know. um, I don't know. I'm just, I don't know. I'm just so happy that I'm living the life that I can't even say like I dreamed of having a life like this, but I'm just so happy with where I am in life. Um, my friends, my family, my friends just in relationships type of thing. It's just like everything is just really good, and I'm just so blessed and so thankful um, to have made it this far um, in life. And I'm so glad for the friends that I've had that have loved me to my core for my core being. And I'm happy I've had the experiences that I've had to help grow me into the woman I am today, so I can grow and be a better person, um, a better pharmacist eventually, a better friend, a better partner eventually. Like, just all these things. I'm so, so grateful for everything. Um, so yeah, I would say that's my three good things. Um, Pretty heartfelt, very light episode, obviously. Not as long as the others, for sure. But I'd like to thank you guys so, so much for watching. As always, if you have questions, comments, concerns, or ideas for podcast episodes, be sure to tweet me at an apple a day with 2 eyes. And I will see you all next week. Thank you all so much for watching and listening in, really. Thank you. And bye bye.